This shit's crazy as hell, man. YouTube's weird. YouTube, stop being stupid! Leave me alone, let me talk. Values our creators. We value your creators. We don't value shit. Business is business, right? I ain't shooting people and killing for talking about stupid shit. I'm ready to talk about smart stuff. Goes both ways. Anyway, let's talk about my work and that. So this one lady came in, she's an older lady. And my boss and his wife know her. Super cool. She was blasting another zips, which is fucking hilarious. Because they were, they were basically just lazy, they don't do anything. And so what happened is something happened in that, and she was complaining about it to me, and that she was in a rampage. I'm like, oh, do you call him the kid a terrorist? I'm just like, you definitely a liberal, because I don't see anyone that believes in God calling other people bullshit narratives, because like the 9/11 documentary just came out on all these fucking media sites, and it's just like, I mean, I don't know 100%, but I'm like, I know a lot of people that are liberals, they always do that. They always attack other races. Oh, that sounds like you're racist, right? No, I'm not a bad person. Anyone that says they're not a bad person sounds like they have bad intentions. Doesn't mean you're bad. Like you're a criminal bad. Anyone that says I'm not a bad person. Oh, that shit. I'm not a bad person. I just like making fun of people, call people terrorists, and then be a little, having hatred in my voice. Anyone that has hatred in their voice, you are a bad person. Just give that FYI. That's what bad people or immature people do. They say hateful things. I told him, like, maybe he felt like, what you said wasn't, it was uncalled for, He probably got upset because you were calling him a damn terrorist. You're telling him to blow up shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, guess what? 9/11 was a fucking hoax, and it was a government-made thing to go to war with a fucking little-ass country called Iraq that didn't have no power at all. They had a little-ass power in that. Yeah, they got into the most powerful country in the world. They snuck in with those planes, and they blew up a building that was 100% not set up by our own bomb squad to blow it up. Because we all know the DOJ and the CIA are all a bunch of corrupt motherfuckers. They probably did it all. Really? Yeah, because there's visuals of people, that big-ass trucks taking out the fucking gold out of the Empire State Buildings before they blew it. 20 or 30 truckloads pulling out gold. Kind of funny why they did that. It's kind of funny why they found thermite. Yeah, Iraqis have thermite. Come on, guys. Get your fucking head out of your asses. Everyone knows it was all pushed to go to war. Our country does it a lot. It's not even our country, the world countries do. The world government does. But anyway, so I was talking to this girl, or this lady, older lady. And so she's talking about that, and finally I changed the subject about, if she had kids also. She's like, oh, I got a granddaughter. She showed me it. She had a super hot granddaughter. She was like in her 70s, so her granddaughter was like, her 20s. super hot. I'm like, damn. And I found out that this person has, like, she said her father started a company back in the fucking, like, 40s and shit. And they're all rich millionaire people. Like, they all have hundreds of million dollars throughout the whole family. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, man. She was like talking about that. It has nothing to do. No, what happened to do it is you think because you have a rich family. This is how people normally work it. You think you have privileges to be saying what you want to say with acts of no consequence because you have a luxury. Because of your daddy busting his ass to give you that luxury. That you probably didn't really work for that much if you did. But the way you act of privilege. That is an identification of privilege. Giving only respect to people that are part of your culture. Tonight, just give respect. It doesn't matter what culture, give respect. Ask questions. But the act of you being ignorant towards someone else because of their race, and you want to say you're not a racist person? That is a form of racism. To ignore it is to say, oh shit, I did say something bad because you got caught. But if everyone in your inner circle is saying, yeah, fuck that person, it's because of whatever cultural differences there might be, guess what? You're all a bunch of fucking racists. Racism doesn't exist. You just hate people because they're not part of you. If that person was a rich millionaire person, they're like, oh, you own a business and that whole thing would change, unfortunately change. Oh, I didn't mean to call you a terrorist. Your family's got money too. That's a connection. So I was talking to her and that, and after she was blibber blabbing, she talks a lot in that because, probably has nothing else to do, I guess. Not a bad person, not really. Very emotional, yelling. She usually like yelling about. When someone yells and gets really dramatic about a situation, you got nothing to do with your life. You probably don't do nothing. So she said all she wanted to do is get a car wash. Go home and wash it then. And it was rain too. She got a car wash in the rain. It was funny. Okay, whatever. He said she wasn't a bad person. There's nothing bad about her. She was just overly emotional. I tried to explain it to her. I'm like, because a situation like this, the employee up there was thinking that he was going to get hit by her. And I told him, like, I don't see you as a physical aggressor. More like an emotional aggressor, as you like to talk about issues. You like to be overly emotional. And she got kind of offended by it. I said, well, that's what you're doing, right? That's what Van was saying. Like, you're not physical, you're a social. Like, emotional person. You like to, talk about things, if not get upset. She was trying to, like, say, oh, no, that's not what I was getting at. 71 years old, I'm 33, I have more knowledge than she'll ever have her whole entire life trying to explain a simple additive of emotional outbursts from physical to actual speech. Because there's two different things. Physical outbursts are people that just beat up people and that, and they act like they're stronger than that, and they throw their fucking weight around. Social people that are just emotionally socialized, they just like to talk and bitch and moan and cry about stupid shit just because they're bored. Because they have nothing else to do. And to explain it to someone that is, twice my age in a couple of years, and then changing the subject around a couple of times because she had to, because I was making sense. That's when she started talking about her granddaughter. It's kind of funny. She showed me a picture of her granddaughter. It's like, oh, this is my granddaughter now. You didn't show a picture of your granddaughter because you want to brag. You showed a picture of your granddaughter because she's hot as fuck and she probably needs a mate. That's all I can say. Because she was extremely fucking hot. She was a bombshell. I was just like, damn. She was bragging about it. She's like, you can tell how rich someone's family is when they get involved with other people's money. Because I was like, yeah, when you have a luxury of having money or have the luxury of owning something, other people want to engage with that because they see that's a good profit for both. She was like a Redbird model type thing, whatever it is. She was a picture on like the billboards and all that shit. Whoa! I'm outside? Uh-oh, puppy. And like, I was just like, oh yeah, I see it. That's how you get most models come from rich families. Or well-to-do families. We're about to go to the bank. Then we're going to the gym. And we're going to get some. Edges are back today. That's how my back's feeling. That's why I'm slowly drinking my stuff. But yeah, it was just really funny though, because I was just talking tonight. And I was to tell right before he left, I'd say, next time maybe let's have a good conversation. And I know, maybe you'll be smiling and have a good conversation. And I called my boss and I talked about that, so they knew who she was in that. They go, yeah, she comes around a lot in that. She's like, oh, her family is well-to-do and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah. Until I told my boss's, wife and that, because she evidently knew her, because it came around for a long time to talk to her that. So hook me up with the granddaughter. 100%, oh God, yeah. It's not because I have money, it's because, why not? She's fine as fuck. She's very, very good looking. As soon as I see her, I was just like, dang, it's like, your granddaughter's beautiful. Oh, she's such a pretty girl and stuff like that. I would have said, like, you should hook me up. You pull like grandma magic? I found a guy for you, he's pretty hot. That grandma magic. I always say that because every grandmother wants their grandkids to be with the best guy ever. And according to how men are nowadays, I probably have the best resources to be a better man than most. Because I'm growing towards that effort of being a better man. And as long as you're growing, that's all that matters. It's once you plateau. So I got things in my head like, okay, I'm learning how to budget. Number one, if man does not know how to budget his damn money, now he's a fucking idiot. If anyone just blows a bunch of money on that stupid show, oh, I have money, I might as well blow it. Set a budget. Set what you actually need, and then if you need something like shoes or something you want to look good in, put it in the damn budget. Understand what a budget is. Number one, exercise. Being healthy. Take your vitamins. Drinking your water and that. Which right now I'm getting thirsty as fuck. I'm dying. Anyway. That's what it is. And stop worrying about all that stuff. Like when people see me like talk to people, especially like talking to women and that, female or male, it doesn't matter. So one of the girls came over and that, I guess she's trying to get one of the guys at the thing, trying to hang out with her and that, or whatever it is. She's trying to see where she can go with her, charming. So anyway, like, I talked to her for a little bit, and then we had a little conversation about this and that. And, like, she was talking about, like, oh, my legs are cramping up, and I'm like, my legs are cramping up? I'm like, okay, and, like, to stretch them out. She'll go like this, and she, like, bends over. And she, like, puts, like, her head, like, almost between her fucking knees, like, they're right at her knees, and then, like, she was like, yeah, she knew how to bend over, and I'm like, yeah, that's how you do it. You weren't doing that because I was telling you to stretch your legs. You were doing that because of other reasons. Okay, whatever, don't care. I don't. Cool. You know how to be that kind of girl. Awesome, don't care. Touch your toes. Okay. Come on, Liger, hurry up. Go get him. Okay. But yeah, it was just really funny though. Like, I don't care what people do. I was like talking about it from a standpoint of like emotional. So people can understand. I got a class. Is that no harm, no foul towards people?
Some monsters.
That's why I don't care. Like, you do whatever the fuck they want to do. Yeah, I'm trapped on another game too. What time is it? It's almost 2. Yeah, I gotta get through all that shit there. Getting paid tomorrow! Okay, I'll be back. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and get off that because I gotta get some shit done. Damn. Must have slept too much or slept wrong. No. It's a blood flow. Anyway, I'm getting off from that. I'll see you guys when I get back on. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys when I get